Hello friends, welcome back to the channel and to another day of Frantastic Vlogmas. Today we are going to be kicking off our pin tour series, which I started during Vlogmas of last year. I basically went through every pin book that I own, showing you guys a closer look at all of the pins in my collection. I will tell you this, my pin collection has changed, not drastically, but I've definitely Marie Kondo'd a lot of my pin collection. So I do still have a lot of pins. I don't have as many as most people think I do because I've purged and purged over this last year so that I can make room for other smaller collections. I've achieved some grails, so a lot of collections that I was maybe aggressively collecting last year, I've slowed down on those collections. So everything looks really different. There are some pins that I still have from last year, but there's also a lot of new additions. So today we are going through installment number 1 of the pin tour series in Frantastic Vlogmas 2021. I hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the camera down and we'll see which collection we're going over today. All right, so today's pin collection that we're gonna tour for you all is gonna be my Pixar collection. So this is a crack and trade Meg that I purchased from Daisy Pins. This is one of the first pin books I ever purchased for my collections, and of course this one is dedicated to Pixar. So let's go ahead and flip through some pages. So as you can see, we do have this page as my showcase page, and please bear with me, I am using my camera in my hand, so if it's a little unstable, it's because I'm holding my camera. But here is the front of my Pixar book. I kind of alternated the Lamplight Lounge pins and the Pixar Cameo pins that released in 2020, so you can see they kind of zigzag. Unfortunately, I don't know what's happening with the Lamplight Lounge for the 4th pin in this series, but we do have the full Pixar Cameo set, and I'm just gonna go ahead and give you guys close-ups of these pins. These are really great pins. Very excited to have completed that set in the year, and hopefully we'll complete the Lamplight Lounge one soon. Down here, I do have some DSSH pins. These are Heroines Fight Back, and so I collected the ones of all the Pixar characters, and I love that they're all heroines, so they're all Pixar female characters. They are pin on pin, as you can see here. So we do have Merida, Violet, Mrs. Incredible, and Bo Peep. Around those 4 panels, I do have some kind of like random Pixar pins. So this pin here I got from the Pixar Studio celebrating 25 years. Also got this from the Pixar Studio store. And then we do have the La Luna Tiny Kingdom. I do want to collect more of them, but as you can see, I'm more so focused on the Lamplight Lounge hoarding. So ideally, I would finish this out with Lamplight, or get some more Pixar balls and maybe like alternate like the Pixar ball, Lamplight, Pixar ball, Lamplight. I don't know yet. But that is page number 1 of my Pixar collection. Now we're gonna flip over to this page, and this page is kind of a shared page. It used to be Toy Story / miscellaneous Pixar things, but my Coco page got full, so I needed more room for it. So I kind of decided to scrap the miscellaneous Pixar pins and just make it a Toy Story page / Coco page. So here is a close-up of all the pins that I have of Toy Story. I do have the original set of the Alien Remix pins, so I never collected any of the other ones after that LOUNGEFLY set release, just because I liked the size of them. I liked that they weren't gold medal. A lot of people like the gold medal more, but no, I like this one more, and I like the Wally chase here. So one more close-up at all of those pins for Toy Story. It's a very small collection. I realized I had to be really picky with Pixar because you'll see in a second. But now we'll move on to Coco. So this is from the Blind Box Mystery set that released at the parks, I want to say in 2020, and I love the art style of that. This is like a newer LOUNGEFLY set, and they're like, the pins are kind of inspired by the Loteria game, but I only have Miguel so far, so I gotta add the other Now, one of my favorite pages in all of my pin books, this is my Coco page. So as you can see here, I have completed the Coco character connections with chasers. So that's a very exciting set to have. I also have this hidden Mickey set from Hong Kong Disneyland of the Papel Picados, and I love these. And then I do have this Coco Sugar Skull. I have the Miguel cameo. This is a family portrait that released through DSSH. I think it released during the holidays last year. There was a bunch of other ones that released with that, but of course the Coco one was my favorite. I do have Miguel and Dante from the Wishables pin set, and then here, probably one of the pin sets I'm most proud of owning. This is the DSSH series that released, and getting Mama Imelda took me forever because she was a surprise release for that one. So the fact that I have all 5 of them together makes me really happy. These are 5 pins I probably will never get rid of, even if I ever stopped collecting. And then these 2 pins here are fantasy pins. I got this in a Disney Chris live sale. It was like one of those special live sales where if you purchased a certain amount of pins, you would get a pin zap. And so I got 2 pin zaps from that sale, and these were the 2 pins that I got. So we've got Hector and young Mama Imelda, and I really, really love this set. So love the glitter and the fact that they're shaped as hearts. So I don't know if I'll keep these forever, but so far they've brought me joy. So that is my Coco set. Flipping the page, we have 2 more of my Pixar favorites. We have Up and Inside Out sharing a page. And I do have Inside Out grails that are still on my clamshell. I haven't gotten them in a book yet, so they'll just stay in the clamshell until we figure things out. Maybe I'll frame it. But here is some close-ups of my Up pins. Very happy about that. Really sad because I know that the Up puzzle set released when Jacob and I took one of our trips to the parks, whatever year that was, and I do regret not buying more boxes. This was when we kind of started really collecting heavily, so didn't really get a chance to get the 2 chasers, and I know that chasers are like never on sale, so we'll see if we'll ever complete that. But for now, the house with balloons will take that place. And then here we have the newer blind box set that released at the parks. I don't have Doug. I did have him, but I traded him away. I don't know why I don't have Doug here. Now we're moving on to my Inside Out collection, and this is the LOUNGEFLY set, blind box set that came out, and very happy to have that. I did have the Bing Bong, and then I added it into one of my sales just because, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of Bing Bong, so that's my shared page. And then down here we have DSSH releases of the newer Pixar films. So up in this corner we've got Onward, and this is from DSSH. This was a surprise pin, and then this was from DSSH, this was from DSSH, and then these 2 of Ian and Barley are from DSSH. This one was the D23 one, which I found at such a great deal from Joey's Collectibles. This one's from LOUNGEFLY or Box Lunch. And then this right here is a fantasy pin. I don't know who the fantasy pin maker is, but whoever made them basically created a bunch of Disney characters with masks. But I decided to get this one of Ian and Barley because Onward did release right at the start of the pandemic, so I feel like it's a very specific pin for them. And then we'll move over to the right here, and we do have my Soul collection. So this is from one of the box sets that released in the park, but I just kept this pin. And then these are from a DSSH release, and then Soul Cat was the surprise pin, so you know I kept that. And then down here we've got Luca, which is another one of my favorites. So these here are all DSSH releases. This one was from the box set. Of course, I only kept the cat. And then here was from Box Lunch. I just love kind of like the poster looking aspect of it, and it is pin on pin. So that is this page. And then on the back side of that page, this page is kind of a hot mess. So 2 different collections on here. This kind of top portion up here is like Pixar shorts, so I did want to have a section just for the Pixar shorts because there's so many amazing shorts in Pixar. So here are some of them. Let me know if you can name them. Some of them obviously give you the name, but yeah. And then this little set here is the Hidden Disney set that released at the start of 2020 or 2021. I can't remember now. But I did get the whole set of that and put it here instead of my Hidden Mickey collection because duh, it's Pixar pins. And then all these other pins on this page are PTDs. So they are Pixar characters with PTDs. So this is where I'm allowed to go all over the Pixar universe. So if I find any PTDs of Pixar characters that I don't yet have on this board, then I will go for it. I don't know how far I'm gonna go with this set because I think some of the PTDs I got here are scrappers because I was so like ambitious and like trading, and then I didn't really like pay attention to like authenticity. So kind of a bummer, but whatever. I love Pixar, so I'm gonna keep it forever. And now we're gonna move over to this side of the pin book. So let me just twist the book a little bit. And these are crack and trade dividers. So they kind of work like little baseball card holders. And I do have some Pixar Studio Store pins. These two I got when I got to visit the studio, and then everything else I've like traded for or like bought secondhand. So obviously there's not a lot of them. I only have these 8. I mean, me being hopeful, I have obviously another page because I do want some more of them, but they're pretty expensive on the second-hand market, and I just don't want to get into that just yet. But if I do ever get an opportunity to trade for one that I don't have, then I'm pretty open to it. So yeah, this is the Pixar book, and I do have 2 more Pixar related pin things to show you, so I'm gonna grab those and get them on camera. So from my crack and trade clamshell, here is the WDI Inside Out set. So I did not keep Bing Bong or Jangles from this set. It is an 8-pin set, but I didn't keep Jangles and Bing Bong. So I do only have these 6, but they're gorgeous. I love them so much. And I am okay without Bing Bong and Jangles, honestly. So it just looks way more complete to me this way. I know, for all the Bing Bong fans out there, I'm so sorry, but I did gift it to my friend who's a fan of Bing Bong, so there's that. And then the last thing I'm gonna show you is my Pixar Marquee collection. So I did pick up this frame. Obviously this is the Disney Princess Castles collection frame, but I don't know if you heard me share it in a previous video. I think probably my most recent organization video, but these frames were on sale when the Disney stores were closing like nationwide. So I did purchase one for my marquee collection. I kind of wish I bought more for my Marvel marquees, but whatever. Here is what my Pixar Marquee collection looks like right now. Let's dive in to get a close-up. We've got Monsters Inc., Monsters University, Finding Nemo, Inside Out, Cars 2, The Good Dinosaur, Soul, Coco, Luca, Dory, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4, Cars 3, Incredibles 2, and Onward. So obviously I'm missing like the Grails of Grails, I think. I'm missing Up, Ratatouille, WALL-E, Toy Story 1 and 2 I think shared a marquee. There was like, I don't think Incredibles 1 has a marquee. If there is, it's like not on the market at all. I'm also missing Brave, and then any of the newer movies that are coming out. So that will be the end of today's pin tour episodes. We have looked through all of my Pixar pins thus far. I hope you enjoyed looking through this collection. We've got a lot more episodes on the way. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Comment down below what your favorite Pixar pin was in today's pin tours, and we'll see you tomorrow. Until then, have a fantastic day.